There's a whisper among the ultra-rich, a story passed around on private jets and whispered in hushed tones in boardrooms. A house so outrageous, it isn't just near a waterfall. Practically is the waterfall. A house worth $1 billion. Not a million, a billion. They say its floors are carbon fiber strong enough to stop a meteor strike. Its walls, sheets of glass tougher than steel. A structure so daring it hovers above a 180-foot drop with no visible support, laughing in the face of gravity. But here's the catch. Nobody's ever seen it. No broker is selling it. No blueprint has ever surfaced. It lives in online sketches, in blurry drone shots, in Reddit rumors that fuel endless debates. Architects dismiss it as impossible. Engineers say it's fantasy. Insurance companies? They wouldn't even touch it. And yet, the story survives. Because we want to believe in houses that bend reality. But when you actually chase this legend, when you follow the trail across countries and whispers, the search doesn't end in the Amazon rainforest or on a billionaire's private island. It ends right here in southern Pennsylvania. Not in the future, not in fantasy, but in a place built nearly a century ago. A place you probably already know by name, Fallingwater. Designed in 1937 by Frank Lloyd Wright. It wasn't built for a billionaire. It was built for a family who simply wanted a weekend cabin. And Wright, being Wright, gave them something no one expected. He didn't design a retreat by the water. He anchored the house over it. A palace of stone and glass stretching directly above Bear Run Waterfall. From the living room, you don't even see the falls. You hear them, a constant, soothing roar that becomes the house's heartbeat. You feel the mist on your skin, as if nature itself is inside with you. Wright dared gravity with massive cantilevers that jutted out over the stream. Critics thought it would collapse, but 87 years later, that concrete still holds strong, smiling at physics itself. This is the real waterfall house. And while it never cost $1 billion, it may be worth far more than that in legacy, inspiration, and pure impact. Let's be honest, numbers don't lie. The most expensive home ever sold in the real world? Around $300 million, a French chateau. That's mind-blowing, but still a far cry from $1 billion. To build a billion-dollar home directly above a waterfall, you'd need to break more than bank accounts. You'd need to break physics, laws, and logic. First, location. Waterfalls like Bear Run are often in conservation zones. You can't just roll up with cranes and concrete. You'd face years, maybe decades, of environmental studies, legal battles, and red tape. Second, logistics. To build over a roaring drop, you'd need to divert rivers, drop steel beams by helicopter, and have crews work suspended by harnesses every single day. Even if money wasn't a problem, time and nature would be. Third, the curse of custom. The more unique a house, the harder it is to sell. Billionaires don't like assets they can't flip. A $1 billion waterfall palace? There's no resale market for that. It would be a white elephant, an architectural marvel that no one else would dare buy. And finally, upkeep. Imagine insuring a home dangling over a cliff. Imagine maintaining foundations constantly soaked by rushing water. The annual upkeep alone could rival the budget of an entire sports team. So where does the $1 billion waterfall house live? Not in reality. It lives online. It lives in glossy renders, exaggerated TikToks, and sensational YouTube titles. It exists as a myth, a playground for our imagination, not a blueprint for reality. And yet, even though it doesn't exist, the myth matters, because it leads us back to the real thing, to Fallingwater. Here's the truth. The real magic of architecture doesn't live in a price tag. It lives in what it makes you feel. Stand on Fallingwater's terrace and you'll understand. You hear the thunder of the falls below. You feel the spray tickle your face. You breathe in the earthy scent of moss and stone. The house doesn't just sit in nature, it becomes nature. And the wildest part? Fallingwater wasn't built with endless wealth. It cost just $155,000 in the 1930s, about $3 million today. That's less than some penthouses in New York. Yet this humble weekend retreat has been called the best American building of all time. UNESCO calls it a World Heritage Site. Millions travel here every decade, not to dream about owning it, but simply to experience it. That's the priceless secret. True luxury isn't gold toilets or billion-dollar tags. True luxury is standing in a place that makes you forget numbers altogether. It's about goosebumps, about awe, about a feeling no spreadsheet can capture. We came chasing excess, but what we found was genius. The world's most famous waterfall house isn't the one that costs 9 zeros. It's the one that teaches you to listen, to water, to stone, to silence. And here's the best part. You can experience it yourself. A ticket costs just $35. For less than dinner out, you can step inside one of the greatest works of architecture ever created. So the next time someone says, "There's a billion-dollar house hidden above a waterfall," remember this: numbers fade, but awe endures. And if you've enjoyed this journey into myth and masterpiece, hit subscribe, drop a comment with the wildest house rumor you've heard, and stick around, because the next legend we chase might just be even crazier.